Hi, Rob Linhart here in the Hazel's Wine Department, and we are bringing you Super Sales for the week of April 17th.
John was the first one to pull you down. He took one drink and he started to clown. Passed you the Hazel, Jane, and Jack. Penelope got you and passed you right back.
We're off to Spain this week for a featured producer, 3 wines. We're going to start with the Carre 2019 Blanco Sobrelias. This is a white blend, Garnacha Blanca or white Grenache, and Chardonnay. The Sobrelias means on the lees being the sort of dead and dying yeast cells in the barrel, in the tank. When we leave the wine on those lees, it gives a nice fat, round texture to this wine, and you're going to find that on the palate. But up front, stone fruit, peach, apricot. We're going to get a little bit of a pear note here. As the wine opens up, and it will want to open up a little bit, you'll get into a stonier sort of sense to this wine, a little bit of a mineral component. Floral notes will definitely come through the mid palate and the finish on this wine. A nice, rounded, fuller-bodied, juicy white wine, perfect for your Easter dinner table. Next up, one of our most popular rosés. This is the 2020 Carre Solidarity Rosé. This is a Spanish rosé, so again with this fuller bodied, big, juicy textural element to this wine. Up front, we're definitely going to get a distinct herbal note here. I was finding oregano, bergamot, really right in my face with this wine. A little bit of a slight, almost cedary, woody note. I suspect some stems there, some whole cluster there. As it opens up on your palate, we're going to get into some beautiful peach, apricot notes, drifting a little bit into strawberry, a little bit of a tropical note coming through as well. Tons of fruit going on in this wine, but not just fruit. Again, with that herbal element, a nice, rounded, fuller-bodied, distinctly Spanish rosé. Last, but certainly not least, as I mentioned before, something new and different. This is the 2021 Carre Nouveau. If you're familiar with that word Nouveau, it might suggest Beaujolais and Beaujolais Nouveau. Not an accident, folks. What they've done here is they've taken Tempranillo and a little bit of Garnacha, and they've treated it the way they would in Beaujolais. So we're getting this carbonic maceration. Here, the fermentation is taking place where they're holding in some of the gas, some of the CO2 from fermentation. Now, it's not going to make the wine fizzy or spritzy, but as the wine ferments with that gas, it really pumps up the fruit. So we're going to get into that big, bold, super fresh Beaujolais type place. Think blackberry, black cherry fruit. On the palate, a little bit of a mulberry tone. Some redder, higher tones will start to come through. That's a direct influence of that method. So start to think blood orange, pomegranate. So again, we'll get some little redder tones going on with this wine. But the Tempranillo will still show itself here. Nice, light, spicy back notes to this wine. White pepper. Just again, a hint of slightly cedary wood. That's a kind of a whole cluster effect here again. So if you're liking Beaujolais, if that's a style of wine that works for you, you are going to be right on board with this wine. And I will tell you, for an Easter dinner as a red wine, this is a fantastic deal. You can serve this with just about anything.
John was the first one to pull you down. He took one drink and he started to clown. Passed you the Hazel, Jane, and Jack. Penelope got you and passed you right back.